I like a plan. Like I like an Excel spreadsheet. I like it all thought through. Sometimes things just don't go according to plan and it's totally out of your control.
I don't have the real estate up there.
But he's worried about the box on the back of the truck.
I've already decided that I will stretch a wheelbase 2 foot. I've already decided that. I don't have the real estate.
Uh-oh, Houston, we have a problem. It's not one truck anymore.
It's almost 8 o'clock at night, Dallas, Texas, and Sheila is still on the hunt for a Ford Bronco. And there's no hidden gems in this video at all.
Well, isn't that special?
I thought it was special that they'd build a truck and then not build no parts for them. That was pretty special, wasn't it?
Things are just a little bit of a mess. He said we were trying to shove like 10 pounds of crap into a 5-pound bag.
It's time for a change. You can't grow by staying the same. It's our contribution for this revolution, building community. It's just one step closer to where we're meant to be. It's not just a way of life, it's a family.
The ancient philosopher Lao Tzu once said, "The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step." As we inch closer and closer to our deadline, we are really beginning to feel the pinch of running out of time. At the launch of this project, we knew we had months, but the months are quickly coming to an end.
We feel like we are being pulled in every direction. From spacecraft to Jesse, all of the sponsors to the team in the shop, everyone that is a part of this build is now starting to feel an intense amount of pressure.
It's happening. It's finally happening. We're heading out and they said they're gonna put the floor down, and then from the floor they're doing the plumbing and the electrical, and they're gonna finally start putting walls on. All of this time and energy and waiting and planning, we're actually going to see that. And it's only happening like 3 days after Thanksgiving. Talking about short time frames. It's like, what has happened? Like, we're running out of time. Like, I'm starting to like panic.
Well, the beauty is that there's all these people working in different sections on different areas. So they just have to put all the pieces together, and they're gonna start putting all the pieces together. So it should go much faster now.
That's the story we keep telling ourselves.
Yes, trust the process.
Trust the process.
Yes.
So that morning we pull in and we're pretty excited because we know that they laid the floor and they're starting the plumbing. And we walk in to see the whole floor down, all of the pieces, like, oh, it really is happening. So it was a cool morning, like, because it finally feels like we're doing something.
Well, and then you have to look at where all the pieces start coming up of, okay, this is when you got to start looking at where the plumbing, making sure all the plumbing pieces and electrical pieces are all coming up and they're going to be in the right spots.
Yeah.
With this setup in this macerator, generally, plumbers are gonna say, well, wait a minute, you need to have a 16th every so many feet. And you're saying with the macerator and the way it's designed, it's just gonna pump all the way to the front.
Yeah, because it goes downhill with that stuff.
That's an important pipe. Do not put a hole in that pipe.
I'll put a clean out up here for you.
Yeah, okay, a clean out will probably be very wise at this point.
Right here, so it's going to come through here and then go down underneath and go back up in the top.
So we can go like this? So the old saying is, you can't push it uphill. You can.
So we did run into some challenges that morning. One, I know we have macerator toilets, so the toilet at the very back has to be pumped all the way to the very front to the main black tank. We were not aware how that how that all worked together. So that was fun to learn from Wyatt. Like, okay, well, you're going to have this long pipe. Don't mess that pipe up. Don't drill a hole in that one.
Well, and then we were looking at where I thought the shower head and like the
nozzle thing,
that thing, where that was going to be, now is going to be on the other side because of the wall depth or something there, or how it sloped and where. I'm like, okay, but
so
I had to rethink through that.
Do you want to mix your valve on this wall or that wall? Necessarily. The drain's over here because the drain couldn't be there.
Yeah, because they're sliding away.
Bad design.
Design this thing.
Sheila.
So that's why when you go to see a spacecraft and you're walking through and you're like, why would it be like this? The designer, which is generally you, who's building the spacecraft, are the ones that kind of dictate something.
Because you don't think about, okay, where's the drain going to be? Because you don't think about the slide mechanism underneath the floor. So,
custom equals compromise.
That was a quick change. Like you guys sat over there and you're like measuring, and he's like, well, I can do it here, can't do it here. This is the reason why.
Yeah.
So even though it looks good on paper and it's even planned out, it still, you have to be able to pivot.
yeah, and just be able to look at the moment and be like, okay, that's not that big of a deal. Just redo some things and just rethink things through. And then, so Wyatt and I then needed to start making sure where we were going to put the electrical outlets.
Yeah, because those are important. Like you're custom making this whole thing. So that means you could put outlets wherever you want or wherever you don't want. Apparently, Sheila made very clear that I don't want an outlet in this one particular area. And I was like, okay, yeah, this is, you really have to think through. Like on my editing desk, I wanted this little pop-up thing so I could plug in. And then I wanted an outlet underneath and an outlet in my drawer so I can charge all my batteries.
Well, and then just to be on the safe side, like, okay, well, we put a couple, like in a couple of areas where Wyatt's like, well, I typically do them here. And I'm like, okay, yeah, I can see why that makes sense, because you gotta remember they do this all the time. And so like, okay, let's go ahead and put that there. And, you know, in true Wyatt fashion, he had to give me a hard time about some things, but it was fine. It's fine.
All right, well, they're there. We'll put some up here. The dresser.
Where's my paper I had?
You don't remember?
Sheila, you're dealing with a type A personality that has everything drawn out.
We don't need one in the pantry.
Why?
Why? What do you plug in?
Some people put in like a
I am not some people. This is my own RV.
Did you hear that, people? She is not.
Stop! Stop drawing on that.
So it doesn't have to sit on the shelf at all.
Thanks. Look at how quickly you crossed that.
On there. This marker bed, I don't know because I
You
don't
are
know what's
literally
gonna be.
killing me. There's one in here for the Dyson.
I don't
What
know.
are we arguing about?
No, is it at the
Power and drawer. Inside the drawer.
Yeah, in here. That's
Power
not that
and
one.
drawer. What's that for?
All my tablet, my computer, my phones, that's my desk. I'll be charging everything there.
So you want it literally in the drawer that comes out with the drawer.
Just like in the back of the drawer, and I can just plug everything, and then I can close the door and it hides. Everything's hidden. When you actually start seeing all the pieces come together and that, oh, this is moving forward, like, then we had to start thinking through, well, now what do we need to do with our current RV? What's the plan? How are we going to navigate that logistical piece?
Yeah, that became kind of a bittersweet moment, because in order to sell the RV, everyone says you have to kind of like put it back to the way it was. So that for us means we had to pull all the green off. What we had on there for 3 years, we had to pull the green off.
In this process, one of the things that has to happen is we have to get our current RV ready to be sold to somebody else. So Todd is outside removing the green, and I am in here getting rid of the blue that we added, the blue accent that I just wanted. Was just kind of made our RV look a little more homey. Just loved the accent color, but what I love is that it comes off super easy. So it was easy to put up. If you watched our video, you saw that it fell down when we first put it up because we put it up in January and the walls were so cold. But when we reinstalled it in warmer weather, we have not had any problems with it. But I am removing that today and Todd is outside. So I'm going to show you what's going on in here with me. Get things kind of back to normal for the next owner of this RV, and we'll go out and see how Todd's come along with taking the green off outside.
If you've been watching our channel for a while, you know it's kind of a big deal. Not quite sure where we're going, what's going to happen next. We have pretty good ideas, and it is going to be very exciting. The problem is you have to go through changes like this. So it's like yesterday when we put these decals on. So to think about pulling them off right now, it's kind of like, I don't know. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. Sheila, it's time.
What's the time for?
It's time for you to come out and make the biggest change of all.
Oh boy. Are you ready for that?
I don't know if I am. I'm having...
You get some shoes.
You gotta come pull the big S. I saved it for you.
You did.
Yeah.
I remember putting that thing up there.
I know.
Man, it looks completely different.
Isn't that weird?
Oh, it is so weird. It's weird. I'm taking all this stuff down on the inside too. It's just bizarre. All right, time for the big S. Okay, that has kind of a little sad moment to it. Like but we gotta remember it's not over. It's just it's just different.
It is different.
It's not over though.
It's not over. I don't know why I feel so sad.
I think it's kind of like even like when when we moved out of our first house that we bought with the kids. I mean, there's a piece of there's some sadness there because you got those memories and that. This thing was the beginning of our journey.
Yeah.
So you're kind of sad?
I am. I started tearing up because it's like the end, but it's not the end. But it's the end of this moment. Like won't ever be another moment like this. Different moments.
Yeah, but it's like an end of this era.
It's 3 years. Like we've done a lot in 3 years. We've grown a community. We've made some amazing friends.
We've seen almost all of the United States. We've been able to see some amazing things, meet some great people.
So, yes, it is. I'm happy and I'm sad all at the same time. So, I don't know. And it's always the unknown. Like you don't know what's going to happen next. So you're opening like this door up of, okay, you get used to being in this comfort zone. You get used to doing what we're doing. And now it's like we're having to grow. And growth is fun, exciting, and scary all at the same time. And that's, I guess, when we put the Switch It Up on, it was the same type of feeling. Like, what is getting ready to happen? Where are we going to go? It was only 2.5 weeks in that we put the Switch It Up on. And today was the day I was pulling stickers off to put the other stuff on. So it's just weird. Like this whole time frame is weird.
And you know what I think?
Yeah.
There's a lot of fear in it though. I mean, not like unhealthy fear.
No.
Just a fear of are we making the right decisions?
Yes.
Are we headed
The right way.
the right way? We also needed to run out to my my dad's shop where we had stored some of the original furniture when we had moved to having recliners.
And in order to do that, we had to make a 6-hour drive to Western Kansas.
Yeah, out at my dad's shop, we had put the original furniture and like the table and that sort of thing. And we needed to grab that stuff so we could put it back in the RV, put the RV back the way it goes. And while we were there, we also, you know, I was checking on pictures and things we just have in storage, just making sure that those are okay.
Yeah.
We obviously were thinking we were gonna be back soon.
Yeah, why?
Because I just found, here's all the stuff I used to clean my car. Like, that stuff's just gonna gel and be old. Like, yeah, but I look at this and think, oh, there's the kids' Christmas ornaments, and they're just in a box.
Don't worry. One day we'll be back.
We're starting year 4.
One day, we need to build a bigger RV. Well,
I don't think we can get
we
any
can't
bigger.
get any bigger. I know.
We can't get any bigger.
Oh, it's funny. It also afforded us the opportunity to get tags for the Bronco.
Yeah, I needed
because
to
it
get
was
that
time
done.
to do that. So while Sheila was in getting tags, I get a wonderful phone call from Greg. And I got to share some amazing news with Sheila, and she was not too thrilled about what he had to say.
Yeah, I would say out of the entire process, this was probably the biggest disappointment.
Oh, you kind of had a little bit of a meltdown right then.
I did.
I think the pressure was mounting.
There are some beautiful things about a mind that likes to have everything all well planned out, but I realize in that mind of mine that the disadvantage of having a mind like that is when you have it all planned out, and then when something catastrophic that is
Wait, it's not
it was
catastrophic.
catastrophic
No, it
because
was not.
it was in my mind, because it was going to take all of the plans we had from the Tampa RV show and totally derail those. Like that, everything that we had planned out of where we were staying after the Tampa show, like all the plans from there, that was catastrophic in my. So that was that was the phone call we got from Greg.
We might use the word tsunami.
That was a tsunami of emotions for me at that moment.
It sure was.
Yes, I didn't pivot well on that.
What I really wanted to capture is some news I wanted to share with you.
With me? Okay.
While you were in there getting all that stuff situated.
Right, paying taxes.
Which was no fun. But what I wanted to share is pretty important.
Are we pregnant?
No, we're not pregnant.
Oh.
But it is relevant to our current journey and our story. So they put the walls up on the RV.
Okay.
Yes, you saw that.
I saw one.
You saw one. They got the other wall up. So while we're out here unpacking and doing all that stuff and moving stuff around, they're putting walls up.
That's a good thing.
So that's not the news I want to share.
Oh. Is this good news or bad news?
It depends. Like you can look at it all different types of ways. You might lean towards bad. Greg says we need to have a discussion that it probably won't make it to paint before the show. You said you wanted to capture all the story. I am like a bit disappointed, a bit frustrated because of, because we have so many different things planned. So this now pushes everything we have planned after the show. It just destroys our whole schedule. But there could be a silver lining. I think he's preparing us to tell us. So, Sheila's biting her tongue. A little frustrating. That's all.
Yeah, because we're homeless.
Yeah, well, we will be. There is that. We will be homeless. Yeah, we won't have anything in Tampa. So, this is preliminary. Cross our fingers.
I need need a Christmas miracle.
Santa, where are Santa for a Christmas miracle? Miracles do happen, not from Santa, just in general. God might have some special, amazing things planned for us.
Well, God has a great, amazing, special things planned for us.
Meaning, like, think of it this way. What if CDI, who paints the RVs, has an opening all of a sudden out of nowhere that will coincide and help? So you don't know all the moving components. Right now it seems very bleak, but it just could be okay.
It doesn't feel okay.
I know it never feels okay when you're in these moments. Okay, although a few days has passed and all of that emotion has kind of calmed down a little bit, we were excited to come back to see we just kind of did a pop-in visit to kind of see where the process was and what was going on.
Well, yeah, because at this point things are starting to pick up and move much more rapid, I guess, as they're putting all the pieces together.
So we were excited to jump back in, but we were also a little concerned when we walked in to Joshua's office, and once again, the dreaded countdown thing that you had put on there, it says 36 days to Tampa. So the realization of all the things that need to get done, you start running through your head. It's like all the checklists. So they were sitting there figuring out how the LED wall was being attached in the office.
They were working on the frame that was going to be mounted to. And then I believe I came out here to the shop to see Wyatt just say, nope, this pedestal for his washing machine isn't going to work.
Well, yeah, I set that up because I was like, Wyatt told me, I said, oh no, you need to tell Sheila. Why don't you share with her the washing machine decision that needs to be done?
What do you mean?
Yeah, let Wyatt explain. I'm not using that pedestal.
Are you going to make a new one? Yeah. Okay. What is your solution instead?
Surprise! See? Changes are good. So I said, share. And then he's the one that said, oh yeah, this isn't gonna work. And then he was like, what was something like, I'm just gonna cut it apart or something?
That seems to be Wyatt's MO. Like, it's something not gonna work, he just figures it out, cuts it apart, and he makes it work. So it works out great.
It looks great.
You'll never know unless I just told you. Yeah, we just told you.
And then we were able to go back to see they were finally getting cabinetry done. So the island we saw back in the corner, I was like, is that the island?
But the paint color was coming out amazing. Just being able to even walk back into, I think they call it the dungeon here. It's nice and warm and toasty, and you get to see all the paint colors. It's really coming together well.
It's like 7 feet long.
So that is a very big island.
So we have a dishwasher. You know how many?
I think it's on the wrong side.
No, that's the right side.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. Sink, dishwasher. This is the fridge. Okay.
It's 7 feet.
I don't know that it's that long.
Trust me, it's 7 feet long. It's a big, for an RV, it's ginormous. It had to fit the dishwasher, of course.
Okay, we're not even going to just talk about all of the things, but it's going to be a great space to be able to have friends over. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Listen, ladies, he's not just a pretty face, he's single.
Even a half an inch makes a difference, so.
You're always doing something over here.
I try to, at least when he's around.
All right, flash forward. Time's ticking away. And it was just a mellow day. We're just gonna stop in. We're gonna just go around, shoot video, and see where everything sits. And maybe check out some unforeseen circumstances that we never know until we walk through the door.
There's always issues.
but the best part, there's some good parts here.
There's always issues, but the thing is it's problem solving along the way.
Yes. So while we were there, things are always arriving here. They're always checking things in. Don's always looking, you know, they're running out. Amanda's checking things in. And so the sponsor stuff is, they're coming through. Like all of a sudden things are starting to be delivered.
Our Enduro Power batteries have arrived. So I'm super excited about that. We're going to have the ability to be out in the desert and run all the things thanks to Enduro Power lithium batteries and Harrison. Excited to see that all come together.
I don't know. I think the realization is when they say, hey, we want to be part of you and help with this process. But then when stuff actually starts showing up, you're like, okay, yeah.
I think that day we walked in, we saw Enduro Power batteries had arrived, all the lithium batteries, and then RV solar connection stuff.
CoDirector, yeah. Techno RV jumped in. They sent like some gas stop stuff and some water detection things. Yeah.
I know who it's from. It's just mixed parts.
Oh yeah, Techno RV. Techno RV. Way to go, Techno RV. Send us some little treasures.
I opened that up and was trying to figure out
what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, Techno RV decided they were going to jump in and give us some wonderful things. We have some gas stops, which is going to be great. And then these, Don, are going to be sensors that you can put in the bottom, that if there's ever a leak detected in water pools, I can put them in the bottom of the trailer, and then it lets me notify if there's a leak down there.
Okay.
Look at that, huh? That's pretty cool.
And I believe even that day when we got here that there's a truck that's backed up and the MoRide stuff was arriving.
Yeah, the slide trays. Like I was so stinking exciting to see slide trays. I know it sounds goofy, but I don't know. It's every single element when you're checking it off the box to see how it's all coming together. It's been pretty cool. It's a great process. And
those slide trays will be huge for us.
we're super excited. We think our MoRide stuff's here. I know, it seems weird to be excited about MoRide, but when you see what they can do and how they're going, when you see what they're going to do for our RV, it's pretty exciting.
Yes, and we're just very appreciative that they They saw that we had a problem with just storage and stuff for our events, and they have a solution for that for us. So it's on this truck.
Those slide trays will be huge for us to be able to utilize. I mean, there's a lot of storage space under, when you do a semi chassis with spacecraft, there's a lot more space that you have underneath there. But your option is to crawl all the way underneath there and pull the stuff out, or utilize a MoRide slide tray and pull that out so we can get to all of our event gear. It'll be very handy.
But we had an opportunity to, prior to this, a few months earlier, to run up to MoRide so we can kind of just see what they do and how they do things. And we're able to capture some stuff so you could actually see they're a very unique business, and truly blessed to have them part of the journey with us. So we thought we'd at least share some of their stuff with you.
Good morning. Today is a big day, isn't it, dear?
It is. We get to go see a great product and how it's made.
Yeah, quite the journey. So we have about a 50-minute drive, it looks like, and we'll see how it all shakes out. But MoRide, here we come.
Started in 1966. It's been owned by the same family, so it's a privately held company. Okay. That's kind of been our slogan. We really like to treat folks the way we want to be treated. And in doing that, you tend to go above and beyond. Okay. Always. So that's what we kind of pride ourselves in. That's kind of how we like to look at every situation. So whether it's warranty or if there's a customer that's just maybe has some frustrations with us in some way, shape, or form, but that's the mindset we want to have going into it, regardless, whether it's making new business with customers, whether it's old customers, people that we see coming in for service, doesn't matter. Nice. And even with our own company, intercompany, so like if someone here needs help, I'm going to go out of my way to try to help them. And likewise, if someone can help me, they'll go out of their way to help me, and that's just kind of the way we try to operate, not just treat people, but that's how we try to operate as a company inside. companies want to be able to put made in the USA on the box. Not all of them, but some. In order to do that, you have to have made in the US. So we use all American steel. We're made in the USA. All of our campuses are in Elkhart.
The misnomer is that you think of MoRide of just like independent suspensions, like the big thing that everyone talks about.
And slide trays, that's the other
And
one.
slide trays.
Yep.
But they have so much more to offer. And that was one of the reasons when we were looking at doing what we're doing is it's like, well, could they custom make something for this component or that component? So we had to come and see all the different things that they do here.
And how it happens. There's a lot of pieces, the mechanics, the technology that they're using, it's very innovative.
Yeah, I mean, from the laser cutters to turn around in the automatic bending machines and then mass production. But that's not just it. It's the idea of creating something, bringing it to the team, having them flush it all out and actually make it and bring it to market is something that they're known for that nobody even talks about.
With the delivery of all the different pieces starting to come in, one thing that becomes very evident to me is it's like, okay, you see all the pieces that have to go together, but then you start seeing all the tiny pieces, and there are a lot of moving pieces. And that brings me to the very big thought of, are we even going to make it to the Tampa show with this? Will it get done in time?
Greg keeps saying 50-50.
I'm not a big fan of 50-50.
I know. You really like to be detailed out.
I like 99.9. That's the number I'm looking for, but Greg keeps saying 50-50.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many things that are happening though. Like they're making the deck railings, they're doing all those different components that are so important and integral to things that are happening that, yeah.
I'm pretty sure he knows we're going to make it. He's just trying to keep my expectations low.
No, I don't think he knows.
What are you thinking?
Thinking I got some more surprises for you.
He's putting shelves in.
So, I think we're just having the Garmin panel, which is going to be on a wall somewhere, wherever you want. But it's removable.
I guess. We don't know.
So we might be able to put it inside here. Or it snaps to the wall. I don't know, you tell me. It's removable, but it has to snap on to charge with a tablet basically. Do you want that?
Can it go here?
No.
Oh, because it's got to have all the wires.
Well, I'm not 1,000% sure how it works.
I really like that.
I'm thinking I'm just going to maybe I just need to put a mirror here, and then there's going to be a cabinet maybe here, because I don't think you can have a medicine cabinet.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I need to rethink that.
But he'll do a restrictor, so this won't come out.
Yeah, so it'll just kind of trickle out.
It's so solid we could put a helicopter up here. What do you think?
These are going to be fantastic. So you should be able to just go in and out that door, or you can pull that so that they fold together, and then you have the whole outdoor patio.
All right, so what's happening now is they're wheeling in the mounts to put the axles in and welding everything up. It is really, all the metal in the welding, I don't think you could really understand, because it all gets covered up, on how much metal there is on this. It's mind-numbing.
So you took the perfectly good railings off.
Yep, because you didn't want them. Anyway, so here's my plan.
Okay, I'm listening.
The new railing will be this tall.
Okay.
Okay.
Instead of that tall.
Is this the side patio?
This is, yes.
Okay.
I'm drill a hole in here, so this is gonna come up. And then you'll have a second layer that comes out for your back. No gate, right?
No gate.
Okay, so no gate. So this is gonna go all the way across to the other side, latch into it.
Okay.
This will be your material, black. And it'll be this high.
Okay.
A little bit shorter than what you would want, 3 inches shorter than that, but that's the only way to get it to go like this.
Yep.
So this will be double thickness on this side, and just single thickness on that side.
Okay.
So this will all be cut off and it won't be there. This helps us in 2 ways. You can see that this is, remember this is down?
Yep.
It's like 6.5 inches.
Right.
And that's like 4 and something. Much.
Well, and we've been telling you guys, we've noticed during this process, like even a half an inch makes a difference. So that's 2 inch
difference. This will make it to where it doesn't hit your patio door.
Okay, so I noticed when we were at that patio door, how are you feeling about the handle on the doors?
It would have hit this, but
Okay.
with that,
You don't think of it?
it's gonna hit it. Worst case,
Perfect.
your handle's here, somewhere on,
Yeah.
somewhere on this plane.
Right.
So if we just put it in between the supports, it just goes
Yep.
inside.
That makes perfect sense.
I think we're all hopeful.
There are a lot of
what the
pieces.
status of things are going to be. That's a whole different animal.
It doesn't even have wheels now, so we can't even roll it to Tampa if we wanted to at this moment.
That is so true. Yeah, I am looking forward to seeing probably our face, to actually see it sitting there. It'll be like this big sigh of relief, but yet I can't believe it's happening. It's going to be like this weird dynamic.
I'm not even sure if it is actually sunk in yet that this spacecraft that they're building is going to actually be our home. Like, I feel like we've just been a part of the process, and because we've been kind of, we've stopped by and bugged them so many other times. I feel like it's just been,
It's like
we're just documenting a build that they're doing.
We're filming like our own version of one of their things, but in actuality, it's our own.
Yeah, I don't know that that's hit yet. We'll see. Other than it's a good looking rig, that's for sure.
Yeah, it is. So 50-50 is where we're at. We're probably like 30 some days out. So time is rapidly fleeting, and we have a lot to still consider and go through. But it's all good.
Lot of pieces.
A lot of pieces. If you enjoy a weird journey, you're looking at the weird journey right now. So stay tuned. I think we had some final thoughts when we were leaving that day that we wanted to share, and we were sitting in the car and just visiting. So
because it's a lot.
It is. It's a lot to soak in.
But it's so fun.
50-50.
The crazy part is how fast time goes in that building. You could snap your fingers and you leave. I just feel mentally exhausted when we leave because there's so many decisions, ideas, changes. It's all happening at once.
I just leave invigorated. All the things.
I guess it's because we're shooting video too, so that adds the component of sharing the story. But there is a lot still to do. And
Yes, but there's so many different things happening at one time. I mean, you've got air conditioning happening over here and cabinetry working on over here, and they're doing some, like there's just so many, all the different things happening at one time.
it is a bit crazy.
It's fun. It's fun.
It's fun.
I'm having fun. Are you having fun?
All right. Off to do family things, because we still have to do family things as well.
We don't have to. We get to.
Yes, that is a bonus of being in Kansas
Yes.
City while we're building, so that's good.
We get to see those things.
Okay. I guess with that being said, this
Put the seatbelt
concludes
on.
our time.
Yes. I'm ready to go.